First of all, thank you, Amy and Yarrow. You've provided some really important information for directors today. Staffing is an important factor in service delivery. You cannot do this work without a great team. I will speak for myself. When you have a competent, caring team of staff members that you have mentored and trained, you really want and need them to come back to work. But we know that every teacher will not come back. And for each person that does not return, that will be a loss to our profession. But for those who do come back, for those who are committed, you have to be prepared for them. And with training, with support, you will need to know and utilize some of the information shared today. Directors, as I end each session, you can do this. It sounds like a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but you have people here to support you. Please check out the website that Amy mentioned, the Employer Association of New Jersey. It sounds like they have great resources, and thank you all for participating. Again, I hope this was helpful and meaningful for you, and I'd like to turn it back over to Patricia at this time.
Beverly, thank you so much for participating. We really appreciate your direction and leadership on this and bringing us these 3 webinars. Now we will go into questions for Amy, Amy and for Yarrow. Some of the general questions, what happened is that Amy and Yarrow, you answered some of the basic questions that were pressing on people's mind, and that led to other questions. So you answered what happens in terms of partial employment, and then the next follow-up question was, where do you even file these forms? And I think you may have answered some of that stuff. So these are the things. Are there liability issues around staffing now that we're asking staff to come back in these environments? So if you can address those things in addition to some of the things you see there, I'll start with you, Yarrow, and then we'll go to Amy. Is that okay?
Yeah, I actually just wanted to let folks know that the Department of Labor just put out a new guideline about returning to work amid COVID-19. So some more facts, especially clarifying around how you could continue to receive unemployment, you know, even if you have been offered your job back, but you have a COVID-related reason to remain out. And you could continue on pandemic unemployment assistance, which Amy mentioned. They just published this guidance. If you go to nj.gov/labor, there is a link there with that new guidance and flyer. I have not read it all yet, but I do think it's a highly anticipated document that will help clarify a lot. So I wanted to just direct people there.
Okay. Thank you, Yarrow. Amy, are you able to address some of the questions that were in the chat box and some of the general things that came out of your discussion?
Sure. I've been looking through the question and answer. So one of the questions is the federal 2 weeks of time on top of earned sick days that the employee may already have available? And yes, it is. So the new FFCRA 80 hours of time is specifically in addition to, you know, the existing New Jersey earned sick leave that the employee may have available, and also any paid time off that they have available. Let's see, there were a couple of, I thought, really good ones in here. Where does the BC6 form get sent? I think you'd want to look on the Department of Labor website, so you could sort of navigate to that page where I sent you. There might be an address on there. If not, I would send it to the main unemployment address, which I'm sure they do have up on their website. Do we report on the form if workers are coming back part-time and still collecting unemployment? So the workers will actually be reporting that to unemployment themselves when they file for their, when they claim their weekly benefits. So they'll be indicating if they worked, how much they worked, and how much they anticipate that they earn. So the worker does that directly.
Amy, this question is still popping up. If an employee refuses to come back, and we let them know that we are accepting their resignation, do we still need to let unemployment know?
Yes, I would let unemployment know. And then unemployment will make the determination as to whether or not they'll continue to receive the pandemic unemployment benefits, right? So again, as Yarrow is saying, this new guidance that has come out, I have not had a chance to look at it yet. But chances are, if they have a qualifying reason, going back to my slide where I listed out all of the PUA reasons, then there could be a chance that they are able to continue to collect the unemployment benefit.
Okay. And then I think we could probably take one more question. A lot of people are asking about the insurance and liability rates and how does that impact, will that go up? Do you have of that at all?
Yeah, I've heard, I've heard the Commissioner of Labor be interviewed a few times, and he never directly answered this question. So I'm not quite sure if a determination has been made yet. I don't believe that the extra $600 is going to count against an employer's account. So I think that, that's safe because that's direct funding from the federal government. However, your normal unemployment experience rating, it may be affected, and we are awaiting further guidance from the department on that.
Okay. I think it's 2:15 now, so I think it is time for us to wrap. I just want to thank you, Amy, and you, Yarrow, for joining us today and presenting this information. This has been incredibly valuable, as you see by the responses. And to the participants who are there, this is being, I've said this before, it's being recorded, and we will have the resources for you along with the recording and FAQ, frequently asked questions. And of course, you always have these resources of the Employer Association of New Jersey.org, EEANJ.org to go to, and to the Time to Care Coalition. So please reach out to those resources if you need to. I just thank you again, and I just want to thank, before we leave, Dr. Beverly Lynn for facilitating. She had to go to another meeting, but her guidance on this has been tremendous. Her foresight in terms of seeing that this would be a need for childcare providers has been tremendous, and so we thank her for reaching out to us and bringing this information to you. Finally, I just want to thank our ACNJ staff who brought these seminars seamlessly to you, Hannah Korn-Heiler and our early learning team, and also our communications team, Catherine Pelleggi, Lana Lee, and Eloisa Hernandez-Ramos. So thank you again for joining us. You have our contact information, and please check into, please go to our acnj.org site. It has tons of information about businesses. Specifically, we have the new guidelines for PPP in case if you're looking for it and you haven't found it yet. We have it there on our site, on our covered site. Any additional information you need regarding this covered environment and resources that are available, you should be able to find there. Thank you again, and signing off. Take care then. Bye-bye.